Thank you, Presiding Officer. This debate needs a bit of realism. This deal is going through. It is going through because Boris Johnson has an 80-seat majority. He has his Eurosceptics on board, and even the bulk of the Labour Party is backing it. So no deal has finally been taken off the table. But just because we accept Brexit is happening, that there is a deal and that it is going through, does not mean we have to like it. We are realistic, but we won't swallow our deep reservations about Brexit, and especially this deal. In no way is anyone compelled to vote for something that they think will be bad for this country. And after all the Brexit chaos this Conservative government has inflicted on millions of people for years, and after the Scottish Conservatives promised they would never back a deal that gave separate treatment to Northern Ireland, that party is in no position to lecture anyone about Brexit today. There should be no surprise that Liberal Democrats can't support the Conservatives on Brexit today, because our support for Europe has been resolute for decades. From the Liberals, no. From the Liberals' support for yes in the 75 referendum, the Gang of Four in the 80s, Paddy Ashdown bailing out John Major to support the Maastricht Treaty in the 90s, to our enthusiastic support for Remain in 2016 and our advocacy for a people's vote for the last 4 years. People who believe in a strong relationship with Europe can count on us. We do not use Europe as a weapon in another battle to be discarded when no longer useful. We believe in international partnership and cooperation, especially with our closest neighbours. It is why we support keeping the UK together and believe the lessons from Brexit should be the lessons for those who advocate independence. This is a bad deal. The Prime Minister ran down the clock in the most cynical fashion to give parliamentarians just 3 working days to read, analyse, scrutinise and vote on 1,246 pages of complex legal text. This is not good government. Giving companies just a week to get ready is not good business. Where is the sensible easement arrangement? We will be the first country in the world to put trade barriers up as a result of a trade deal. The Prime Minister claims no quotas or tariffs on goods. But if the UK diverges, and that was the point of Brexit, was it not, there will be heavy, punitive tariffs and quotas. Those tariffs and quotas will hang around like a bad smell for years to come. There will be more paperwork, regulation and red tape. There is double regulation on health, safety and standards, like the REACH agreement, the Chemical Directive, on the recognition of qualifications and on the rules of origin. Why are there an estimated 400 million new forms for business if there is no additional paperwork? Why is the government recruiting 50,000 custom agents if there is no additional red tape? And why are there 23 separate new committees if the bureaucracy has been slashed? There is no agreement on services, not in financial, broadcasting, creative or legal industries, all world-leading for the UK. Without equivalence, these businesses will face a web of different rules across the EU. Most financial services have already found new homes in Paris and Frankfurt, while creatives look to Amsterdam and lawyers to Dublin. This, we will see, a slow erosion of service businesses' activity to the EU, rather than being exported from the UK. Where is the sea of opportunity on fish? The industry rightly feels duped. The deal takes back control of our waters before promptly handing it back to Europe again for 5.5 years at least. There is no Erasmus for students, no European arrest warrant to catch escaping criminals, no hee-hick health insurance card to protect us on holiday. The UK economy will suffer a slow puncture as companies make future investment decisions opting to work out of Europe rather than the UK. So what is going to replace it? All the UK's new trade deals with non-EU countries are simply copies of existing EU trade deals. So where is the advantage for the UK? Where is the opportunity? If the EU trade arrangements were holding us back, how does a copy of EU trade arrangements help us anymore? Yet we must look forward. Against this backdrop, the UK government must step up and explain how on earth it will create new jobs and opportunities, how it will engage with our neighbours in Europe, how it will work and trade with new countries. This country must be open, optimistic and engaging with the world. And the Liberal Democrats will work to make that a reality. But when our children look back at this time, they will be astonished that the UK government voluntarily pursued this big bang change in the middle of a global pandemic with the biggest economic and health crisis this country has ever faced. It is quite astonishing.